What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld Podcast, and today we're going to be talking about Week 2 Thursday Night Football. It was the Bucs, the Panthers, all right? It came down to a fourth down play in which we saw one of the most bizarre things ever, where Christian McCaffrey got the ball in his hands, except for Cam Newton, when it was 4th and 1 yard to go, they're down 6. Now, they lost the game 20-14. Look, you're going to lose games like this. These kind of games are going to go down to the wire, division, whatever. But I don't really care about, that's not what my biggest problem with the game was. My problem with the game is throughout the entirety of the game, Cam Newton is not Cam Newton. He's not the 6'5", 245-plus quarterback that we once knew. Something is going on. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't know if they can still continue to use that excuse that he's hurt. He looks washed, okay? Early in the game, in the first half, he had a wide open touchdown if he just leads the ball out to the receiver and it's underthrown. He doesn't have the arm that he used to have. I don't know what's going. Like I said, I was very, very shocked. I actually tweeted it out. Jameis Winston looks a lot better than him. And Jameis Winston is not that good of a quarterback. But I will tell you this about Jameis. His arm looks a lot better than Cam Newton's. It's just, you know what, the thing about it that's weird about the way that sports work is when an athlete that you followed for a very long time, when they start to decline and they show the signs that injury is breaking them down, injuries are breaking him down right now. And it's a very weird thing that I believe, let me just say this, I believe that Tom Brady at 42 years old would have made that throw and let it out, even though it's no way possible that Tom Brady's arm is stronger than Cam Newton's. It's just like the will to win, to get it done. And Cam Newton has not been the same since that Super Bowl loss. When he didn't jump into the pile, and like I said, look, I made a podcast about that Super Bowl way back, right? And I was sitting there during that Super Bowl, and when that fumble happened and Cam Newton didn't jump into the pile or make any attempt to go and get the football, I knew at that point that he would never win the Super Bowl. Because it doesn't matter, you can't really lead your team if you're not willing to get down and dirty. And the thing about it is, many of you guys, like myself, that have played sports, you know that sacrifice comes with leadership. So if I'm not willing to do it and my teammates see it, they're going to lose respect for me. They probably won't say it. You know what I'm saying? Because some people won't say it unless you get them upset, or you're Draymond Green and the other guys, Kevin Durant. You probably won't say anything. But ultimately, you see it, and it's what is that guy doing? Does he care? And we know that he cares, but he didn't show it. And it's all about the actions. It's show me. Are you really about us winning this game? Show it to me. And Cam Newton didn't do that. And ever since then, he's just been he's just a normal guy. You don't go for a QB sneak. You do a direct snap. What do you got? What kind, you line up at tight end? What kind of Riverboat Ron Rivera? It's time he gets fired. Something has to go on. If you got, I'm talking to my Panther fans. What do you guys want to happen? Because I'm in a rage, and I don't really I don't have a horse in the race with this. But you got to give that that has to be a QB sneak. It reminds me of Darrell Bevel, Super Bowl, Seahawks. You got beast mode in the backfield and you're throwing slants. Who is calling this? What are you guys doing before the game? Do you not understand your personnel? Is something mentally wrong with these coaches? I don't understand it. You delay a game because of whatever with the weather, and then you let us see that as an ending? What are you guys doing? It's some of the most ridiculous things that these coaches do. And to be honest with you, these NFL owners need to start looking at that and saying, you know what? You haven't done anything for all this time. I know you're not Bill Belichick. It's very, very far and few between. Sean Payton, I like him as well. Very, very few coaches I actually like. Mike Tomlin, I'm kind of I don't know what that guy's doing. He can't win against the Patriots. If Tom Brady could go out there butt naked, you can't do nothing with him. I'm done with the Steelers and Mike Tomlin. They're mentally frayed when it comes to playing the Patriots. And Mike Tomlin and all the stuff that went on with AB and him not being released after the Facebook Live, I'm done with Mike Tomlin. But it's very Sean Payton, Bill Belichick, I like those guys. There's not many other ones that John Harbaugh with the Baltimore Ravens. It's some coaches I still have respect for. But guys like Ron Rivera, or whatever his name is, Riverboat Ron, whatever you want to call him, what are you doing, bro? What exactly is going on? What is going on in your life that you have a 6'5", 245-pound quarterback and you're doing stupid trick plays? I understand that you don't want to go with the basic stuff, but you got to give him that chance to be Cam Newton. That can boost his confidence and take the team to another level, okay? Unless he's injured and you don't want to risk the contact. So what are you telling us? Because I watched his throws. He ain't throwing the ball anywhere. That guy, you see, when Andrew Luck decided to retire because he's been getting battered and bruised up and all kinds of stuff like that, many people had different opinions about it. But I believe in my heart that Andrew Luck knew that he couldn't perform the way he wanted to anymore, and it was in his best interest to step away from the game to kind of ease his way to letting the world and the team know that, look, I've been playing and I wasn't 100%. And I'm fine with that because you're going to get judged if you're out there on the field. It doesn't matter if you have a broken leg, you have no, you know what I'm saying, you have one testy. It doesn't matter what's going on. If you go out there on the field, the people want to see whatever the name on the back of your jersey is, and they want to see that to the fullest potential. If Cam Newton is hurt, why is he out there? Why is nobody talking about it? It's supposed to be a successful surgery, all the things that happened over the season. Last year, he was throwing the ball, ridiculously as well. He doesn't look like he could throw the ball. Like, I don't really understand exactly what's going on. They tried to blame Greg Olsen. The commentators tried to say, oh, look, the ball was probably tipped. If you listen and analyze the game the way I do, they were trying to make excuses for Cam Newton overthrowing the ball, making very, very bad throws. In my opinion, that's just not acceptable, okay? He's not able to make certain throws. And granted, McCaffrey looks like he's on steroids. He's been able to get bigger, his body, whatever. Yo, Hargreaves wasn't having that, bro. Bro, you're getting tackled in the back. Like, bro, just take this loss real quick. Because it doesn't make any sense. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I don't like. Imagine if Bill Belichick was there and he was the coach. Do you think that Bill Belichick is doing a trick play on 4th and 1? He's keeping it basic. If he loses the game by going for a QB sneak, he's going for a QB. You got Cam Newton at quarterback and you're doing direct snaps? I was infuriated. I had to wait to make this podcast because I was so angry and people around me were like, yo, what's wrong? I'm like, listen, you got to understand. It's not about Cam Newton. It's about the people that root for Cam Newton. You know what I'm saying? Like, in your mind, you're envisioning Superman, and that's false advertising. Because Superman is not running to go play tight end in a slot or whatever and like line up in the flex and not take the ball. Like, bruh, from this point on, listen, bruh, like, I don't know what it is. I can't really say that he's the same guy. I think that he's either injured or he's washed. I think he's a below average quarterback bro, is he injured? Like I got to see an injury report and they got to say, look, the dude's shoulder is a bum. Like, bum shoulder, dude sucks. Like, I got to see something that lets me know that there's something going on. That's what I have to see because I have lost full confidence in Cam Newton, bro. And I know the Panther fans are just raging right now. And again, people need to realize this, right? You pay good money to go to these games. The NFL makes a lot of money from advertisements, these networks, all this stuff. And then you end the game like this? Ron Rivera, off of that alone, should just be instantly fired. Unless Cam Newton is hurt. You see what I'm saying? Like, if he's secretly hiding that fact, then I like, you know what I'm saying? He's a coach, he's keeping it quiet, that's fine. No debate there, you're protecting your player. But if Cam Newton is not hurt, and you chose that play, like something has to go on because you're 0-2 and people did not see this coming. Like, I would not bet Tampa Bay. I would not bet Jameis Winston over Cam. Now I will. Going forward, now absolutely. They have to play again. Like, now I will. Because Jameis Winston throwing that ball, even when he threw it accurately in the first half to Mike Evans, and Mike Evans is mad big and couldn't get the catch, it was accurate throws. Jameis Winston looks a lot fresher, a lot healthier, and even though he's a bum, you know what I'm saying, bro? He's still working it out. Bruce Arians trying to figure out what's going on, and he looked a lot better than Cam Newton. And I'm just very, very aggravated that I stayed up to watch a game that ended like that. Like, most of you guys, like, what are you doing? Somebody has to get released. I don't care who it is. Maybe release the innocent janitor. Like, you got to show me that that's unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just ridiculous. Unless you give me a report showing that Cam Newton is still hurt, I'm done with him. That dude is now washed. We got to move on with the draft pick that they took and just say, look, go sit down someplace or retire like Andrew Luck. It is what it is. I want to thank everybody for watching. If you're a Panther fan, let me know about it in the comments. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You have a good one. One love.